Hey everybody, Scorpion here. I'm going to take this apart. I'm not 100% sure what this is because it was kind of already in, the outside was in pieces when I got it. So something about CHHD 0001 HUMAX 5A70323. So it seemed to me it's some type of 8-channel HD Max, something or other. This is the back of it. This should be sound outputs, I would think. There's nothing labeled. They're all, well, there's a couple black, blue, and green, but most are red and white. HDMI cable. This is going to be some type of video output, I'm pretty sure. Y'all stay tuned. Let's rip it apart and see what's in it.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
So I tore apart a bunch of flat screens today. Should have been most of what Scrap It JC sent back when I came back from Florida. It was in the back of the trailer. That and Chief Stacker, both actually. Still got a bunch loaded in the back of my pickup truck that I've got to take apart. That Gulf Coast ACR scrapper gave me. He was going to take those to one of the other guys I've tagged in a video before. I can't remember his name right now. But we never had a chance to get over there to him. He was still a long ways away from where we were. But on the Gulf Coast doesn't do too much with those TVs. And he knew the other guy, his scrapyard let him take them. I mean, it's like turn them into the scrapyard for money. So he was going to give them to him so he could take them in a shred. Now, me personally, I don't see why a scrapyard wouldn't take them. There's gold, silver, copper, aluminum, and everything else in there, along with your normal steel and shred. I know there is some screen weight and plastic weight, but honestly, it's not really that much. But most scrapyards will not take them. And if you have old tube TVs, scrapyards will take those if you have not done anything to them. If you've stripped them out, you know, the dumps don't even want the glass tube. Which I recently talked to somebody who said he makes arrowheads out of the glass from those old TVs. So I told him if you wanted some, let me know, because I take plenty of them apart. because I like the big circuit board and degaussing cable and big thing of copper on the cone. Well, that is definitely shred. And here appears to be a few goodies. We definitely have some copper we're going to have to take out. This is the plug that goes through to the bottom. This is interesting. Pretty clean in here. This thing doesn't really seem to have a power board as most things do, so that's kind of interesting. Most of them have a low quality power board with transformers and stuff. Most things do. Let's put it that way. This will also be one that I will check and see. I would think this will fall into peripheral boards, being that it's like TV stuff, but I don't know that for 100%. So I'll do some checking. I'm still learning all the different boards and what categories some of them go in. It does seem, if this would be peripheral boards, I'd have to see what the weight would be. I mean, just looking at it here, there's quite a few flat packs, IC chips, 2 gold cornered chips. It might be worth taking, stripping. At least the stuff you want. Now your computer boards and other boards that have their own private setup, you can't take anything off of. With something like this, you can, but you're going to be degrading the board. Your computer boards and stuff, if you go to stripping that stuff off of there, it no longer falls in that category that Board Sort has set up for it. And Board Sort tends to pay the most. Now I know a lot of you are like, well, there's no way I would drive from Virginia to Board Sort to drop off motherboards. Well, or boards in general. So my plan, honestly, is to wait until I have enough to make it worthwhile. So I think it's like an 8-hour drive, if I remember correctly, for me. So I'm purchasing a trailer, actually from Scrapping with Grandpa, and it's an enclosed car hauler, 2-axle. So my plan would be to fill that up with those motherboards and then go. To Board Sort. That would be my plan unless it changes. I would imagine I'll probably get, it's a pretty big trailer. I think it's a 27-foot. So I would think if it's full, I'm probably looking at $15,000 to $30,000 payout, something like that. And me doing this by myself, and the fact that I do so many other types of boards and TVs and whatnot, it's going to take me a long time to fill that trailer up. But that's what I plan on my business being, mainly. I'll 3D print for people. I'll pour metal for people. I might CNC for people. I'll do some laser work for people. And then e-waste, you know, this stuff. I find it to be kind of enjoyable. Guess it satisfies the kid in me to tear stuff apart. Exactly sure what's going on here, but it don't want to come out. Anyway, okay. Now some of these are aluminum, so don't just go toss them straight into the shred until you check them with a magnet. One of those TVs I took apart earlier had some big ones, and as I got them off and felt the weight, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure these aren't aluminum. I mean, they're big, but that's a whole lot of weight. Oh, some of these little things back here. So normally I use pliers to start these, and I just spin them out with my fingers. Shark Scrapper does have this in his online store that fits on these for your drill. So that's gold. There's a few IC chips on the bottom, and some of these. That looks like that got way too hot over here. The other side of this gold corner BGA got real hot. Turned the color on the back. You see right here where it's brown. Showing it got too hot. When they built this, they should have put a heat sink on top of that. But there's a whole lot of goodies on here. And you know you gotta take these off. So I'll have to see exactly what I need or want to do with that board when I get to it. And this screw didn't want to come out, so that's low quality. There's nothing but capacitors on there. So that's pretty much it on that one. We can check these. Oof. Sure. Yeah, so those go in shred. These go in shred. So there's no need to pull all those out. All that shred, shred. We do have a couple little wires. No gold on that. We have not looked at the inside of this yet. I don't see much in there on this. It's a crystal oscillator I'll probably steal. That's pretty much it. That shred. So I hope that video is informative. As I said, I think that is some type of video thing where you can run multiple in and multiple out and press a button and switch it and all that wonderful stuff. Definitely taking that. Other than that, it's going to be low quality. So, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next video. Alright, so, this is Scorpion. Last video I made was telling you I took a bunch of TVs apart, flat screen TVs. So I'm going to go through a bunch of the wire and boards from it so you can kind of see what comes out of them. They're not hard to take apart. I've showed a video on a couple before, I believe. One of them was huge, laying in my living room floor. Sorting the wires and stuff, most of the wires will go to the same place. Again, this is based on your scrap yard. Some of them really push certain things and some of them don't. So I'd say before you even take wires, go by, see what their price is, see what they like, what they don't like, see what you think you want to do. Check other yards, check their prices, see what their prices are. Before you make a decision. But all of this can go in the same wire here. Those little coaxials probably shouldn't, but there's some places that don't even want to take the coaxial cables. So if they take them, they're like, throw them in shred. So, you know, y'all hang tight, and I'll get to pulling this TV stuff out.